Hello again, everyone, and welcome back to another installment of Poke Fodder. Today we are going to dive into the Dragon Gym Cup. I had a feeling this was coming. A lot of people figured this was coming based on the new boosters that were put out where the Reshiram and Zekrom flying dragon and is it Dragon and Electric and Dragon and I don't remember, but the two dragons, so that's all that really matters. And we have it. So let's go into a little bit about the details, what you can win, and then I'm gonna march in. I've played a few rounds, I say a few. I've played several matches already. I honestly, I can't get a feel for which is better in this one. Oh, it seemed like the last cup that they had, the fighters were non-existent. I've run into a ton of dragons and I've run into a ton of the fairy types. So it really seems balanced, and I'm trying to decide how I want to proceed the rest of this week as long as the cup is going on. I think I'm just gonna dedicate to the cup at this point, because there's so much to get into. So just for now, there seems like a lot to get into, so many different Pokemon that you can use in this event that I think until further notice, we're just gonna be focusing in on the Dragon Gym Cup. First things first, as you can see here, Dragon types are gonna get a boost of 1 MP unless you're already 3 MP, and then you're not gonna get a boost. And the Fairy types are gonna get their gold and white attacks with a bump of 20. Let me tell you, we'll get into it later this week for sure. We'll probably touch on it just a little bit today, especially if I go up against a round deck. Those things can bring the hammer. And it is, I've had Wigglytuffs just march straight through my team like a hot knife through butter. It was so unbelievable that I just laughed, honestly. So, getting ahead of ourselves here. This event lasts until March 23rd. It is the 14th as I'm recording this. So what is that, like 9 days? 9 days. Check UTC to find out when that is your local time. Let's see, what else? 11 consecutive wins is gonna get you more than anything else. I believe if you go 11-0, you get a special trophy. You can elect to continue your streak with 10 gems, I believe. Unless you're at 9 or 10, I would say it's probably not worth it, but we can go into that a little bit as well. Let's see. Oh, there it is. The no continue limited trophy. The gem effects, we went over those. Aim for the top. There are the trophies that you can earn. And if you're cheating, you'll be removed. So, as you can see, I already have 1 win, but look at the rewards that they're giving out for the wins this time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Your first 10 wins are all going to get you something. AI tickets, coins, a booster ticket. You know what? I have a booster ticket. I wonder if I should go open booster pack for you guys. I don't know. We might save all those till the end, but booster tickets and some cubes and some ingots. As you move up the ranks, if you weren't playing the game when they gave away the free Dragonite as a sign-in bonus a couple of weeks ago, Dragonair, you can get a Dragonair for amassing 25 wins. That's nice. A cup for 30 wins. And there he is. Dragonite, 35 wins, which is 10 less than the 45 that it was to get the Deoxys normal last cup. And taking a quick look, he's a 1 MP, but when he evolves, he becomes a 2 MP. If you've been watching the channel for any time now, you know I feel like Dratini to Dragonair is an easy evolution, and Dragonair to Dragonite I feel like is one of the easier evolutions. So we've got extreme speed for 50, a 12 miss, Sightseeing is a 1-star purple, but if you can go all the way from Dratini up to Dragonite, that's going to get you a 3-star Sightseeing, and Sightseeing is jumps over the battle opponent and lands 1 to 2 steps away, so it's kind of like Flyaway. Not really sure what the difference is other than it's 1 star and not 3 stars. And then you have Dragon Tail for 90, which after evolutions would be either 110 or 120. Benches your battle opponent, so if you fight and lose, then you go back to your bench. You get knocked out, but they go back to their bench. I like those post-battle status effects. So looking at him, he doesn't look game-changing, I gotta admit. But he does, if you can get him to the 3 evolutions, I think he's going to be in my deck. How about that? I will find a place for him in my decks. So you get 1 of him at 35. Now, here's the rub on all this. Yes, it takes 10 less wins in order to get Dragonite than it did the Deoxys, and I feel like Dragonite is probably better than the Deoxys normal as a standalone Pokemon. But this time, the gym is going to cost you 30 energy instead of 20. So that means on a full tank at 110, doing some quick math, I think that gave me 5 in the previous. And at 110, I'm only going to get 4 before I have to reload. And as you can see, I'm going to have to reload. So 35 is not going to be as easy to get to as the 45 was for the previous Gym Cup. Moving on, more gems, more cubes, booster tickets, more gems, and then coming down around here at 70, you can get a second Dragonite. I'm definitely shooting for 70. Like, for me, 10 wins a day, if this thing goes weak, seems pretty realistic. I think I can put in that. And then as we move on, then you start getting ingot cubes times 2, rare metals times 2, the QBX at 85. You don't need me to tell you, if you have a Pokemon that's a 70, we'll say a Lugia, or if you have a Zapdos or Blastoise at 100, having that 101 or the 71, those are very common numbers. So having that 1 extra damage can be the difference in a win or a loss. So those are very, very valuable cubes. Moving up, you get your next one at 100. And I guess that's it. They don't make you go up to 200 wins this time. Very interesting. I will say that they gave out more cubes. Why do I feel like that this should keep going? They gave out more cubes for more wins last time, but 100 with the 30, we'll see. I'm gonna save judgment, reserve judgment on that until later in the week to see how it's going. And with that, here's the squad I've got for now. Do I think it's the best? And look, I found a place for Zygarde. Do I think this is the best squad possible? No, there are weaknesses to it. Do I think it's the best squad I can put together? Remains to be seen. I don't know yet. I might be able to piece something else together if I were to look. Let me just go check, because I like the squad. It's got a lot going for it. Definitely want to start off with my dragons. Let's see, is there anything? I can't have Palkia or Dialga in because I already have the 2 Reshiram and Zekrom, which are weight 9. I would be waiting forever to get either one of them off the bench. Sliggoo, I'm kind of digging on the Sliggoo line. Yeah, you know what? For now, we're gonna roll with this. I think this is the best I can do. Maybe, I could put Giratina in there just as a total basher, although I don't think I need to. I definitely could have Rayquaza in there just as a gold piece. And he would replace Zygarde. Although I will tell you, there is a lot of purple going on, and having the ability to spin and knock them out is definitely a bonus. I'm not using his plate. I'm living dangerously, so I've got the long throw, the hurdle jump. Long throw is in there because if people rush me with so many Pokemon 3 MPs, if I get rushed, I need a way to be able to get off of the bench. The overdrive, double chance, hurdle jump, and with that said, we're gonna get into this. I'm gonna have to pay 10 gems to bump that up. And let's jump right into this. Are you guys excited? How is the gym going for you? Leave down in the comments. Are you running a gym deck? Are you running a fairy deck? In fact, you know what? Here's what I'll do for this. Because I already have a fairy deck set up, I'm gonna run the dragons here, and then I will do another match after this, and we'll run the fairies. So, all right, we got, what is it? Jigglypuff, the evolution. We have Ralts. And maybe a hybrid team. I mean, he's kind of got a hybrid here. Maybe the hybrid team is the way to go for this. We're gonna mix and match as time goes on. We've got a lot of time to play matches. So, as the week continues, one day I'll do all dragons, one day I'll do all fairies, and one day I'll do a hybrid. And we'll see what kind of results we get. I'm going to drop Vibrava. That might have been a misplay off the bat. I maybe should have jumped. In fact, you know what? Just so that we don't get disturbed, maybe should have hurdle jumped him right off the bat. But since I didn't, let's try to go and close off the entry over here. My initial thought is depending on what he comes out with, and it's a 3 MP, so I'm not gonna hurdle jump. That would be a bad idea. Drudgeon, I think is how you say it. I like him in this, and we're gonna put him as a defender. I really like it when I can get him to one of these 2 endpoints, because on his wheel, he has, and I'll show you guys, but definitely want to try to stay on pace today. But on his wheel, he nullifies effects of other Pokemon. We're going to take, actually, let's see if we can bait him into dropping in on this entry point and do long throw. If there's Pokemon, going back to Drudgeon, if there's Pokemon on the bench, oh, see, he knows what's going on. On the bench, or in the PC, he's going to get plus 20 for each one. Yeah, he knows what's going on. He's no rookie. So, I can't attack him. We're going to come over here. Oh, he's got both of them chain leveled up. And then he also has the Dragon Tail, where if he gets knocked out with rolling Dragon Tail, then the opponent gets knocked out as well. He's going to go with the Overdrive Plate, probably what I would have tried too. But then he's not going to attack. Interesting. Don't want to use, well, there's nobody bringing a lot of pain on his squad here. So, oh, he can't attack, but nonetheless. I think my 102.71 is good, so I'm going to match him on the Overdrive Plate. Even though he does have the, I don't want to attack. Even though he does have the 91 chain level that I don't have. And this could be an example of those green EX cubes. Oh, and he wants to exit. He really wants this gone. I'm hoping I just get the flyaway, or I hope that he gets the flyaway. And I think that's going to be a surround kill pretty easily. It was a good risk by him, honestly. You land on fly so rarely that it's worth the risk having the extra. He did the plate, he had the extra 1 chain. Bright powder means I think my guy is going to respin if he doesn't like what I roll. He's definitely not going to like that, but he's definitely going to like that. That was a bummer. Wait. Oh, Sandvale was the weight. Okay. So, honestly, I'm not even sure what happened there. I'm gonna press forward now. I rolled the Did I re-roll that? Yeah, I must have re-rolled. Okay. So now we've got his entry point taken. He's not going to mess around. Go straight to goal block. Man, can't hurl jump. So I don't know what we're going to do with you. Just back you up. Could go after him, but flying would be bad. That was a terrible, terrible, terrible move. And I can't attack him, but I don't really want him there, so if he wants to move, that's fine. I'm okay with that. And then kind of open up the middle there a little bit. So now I feel confident in attacking with Zygarde. And I could, man, you know what? Let me look at his wheel real quick. Imprison is terrible, but he has a huge confusion. I'd probably rather go for the surround. I could flat out eliminate him from the game. And we're going to double chance. I don't even think we need it, guys. We're just going to take Zekrom and go after Valence. If we'd have landed on our 71 there, that'd have been game over Valence. So now I'm all hunkered down on my back row again. I don't like being there. Confusion would be great. Losing would not. And aside from a miss, there are no bad outcomes. Send him back to the Poke Center. Now his team is not real powerful, so we're going to press forward here. Guess he wanted to circle around to this side. Don't want to leave him alone. Definitely don't like him clogging up my entryway. Take Zekrom and close off that entry point. And then we're going to run over here, remove the status effect on Zygarde. But he's not going anywhere else. He's coming. Oh no. He's going to attack and hope to get Flyaway, and that could be game over. Maybe we should have brought Zygarde back. But it doesn't matter. Except for we got paralyzed. Let's press. And with all these Flyaway Pokemon between Valence and Zekrom. Okay, so now we're going to block off his entry points. Happy with that, and I have a lot of firepower back here on the back line. 70 and 40. Yeah, I didn't think he'd want to attack there. I have 41. So he wants no part of anything. I already used my overdrive. Wish I'd had them both. That way I could remove the status effect. And again, if you watched yesterday's video, you know this is what I feel is my weakest part of my game is when I have them pinned in, maneuvering and not getting I'm just going to end my turn there. Maneuvering and not getting counterattacked and leave myself open to a breakaway the other direction. So if he attacks with, okay. I can't attack Gabite. So I definitely don't want to lose you. And fly wouldn't be the worst thing. Going to sleep would be really bad. Oh no. Definitely gonna have to roll. I didn't realize the double slap. 102. No. That was not good. This is what I was a little worried about. Let's see, if he moves 3, I can go here. He's gonna come around the backside over here. I'll move, oh no, interesting. So he's gonna go back and hide in his hole again. Oh, wow, what a terrible move by him. Yes, we're definitely just going to end the turn there. And move you out of harm's way. And this is interesting. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So I've taken 3 turns to make a mad dash for my goal. 1, 2. I can get back in 2. I do this so if he brings someone in, the entry point here, they're automatically surround killed. I'll move by Brava over to here to seal that back off. And basically we're gonna have to win a battle here. I just don't know which one I want to do. I don't even, oh, I do have a hurdle jump. So I can go with the suicide surround. Well, let's make him fight. He's pinned in. I should have looked at his, no, I guess he can't hurdle jump. Okay. No, we did not want to fall asleep there. Ay caramba. Well, okay, so nice. That was a good spin. Very fortunate. Although, I still don't know what I'm going to do here. Because I can't wake him up without letting one of his Pokemon. Oh, but I can attack and get flyover. Or just flat out beat him. All right, so with 28 seconds left, that is gonna be victory number 1. It was a very hard fought victory, actually. It was touch and go there for a little bit. 2 wins in a row. Now the conventional wisdom is, I will take those gems. After you win 2, claim your booster because you'll get the most Pokemon available out of that. I'm going to do it. I'm cross my fingers because I want Dragonite. And I'm not going to get him. I got garbage and even more garbage. Very, very not cool. All right, so I said we do a round deck. And this is what I have. We'll tell you right now, the one thing I hate about this deck is everybody's 2 MP, and I could use Mew, I could use Whimsicott as a runner, and I'm not. Instead, I'm using a long throw. If I have to go first, I'll just long throw a Wigglytuff out somewhere. Wait a minute. This looks very familiar. I have a mirror team going. Interesting. I will also tell you that when someone uses Wigglytuff, you cannot use a plate on your next turn. That is, since he can't move really either, I'm not going to use my card there, but so if you can just spend a few turns putting out the little pink round man, then they can't use plates. And so we're just going to start lining all these guys up. This is going to be pretty comical, actually. We'll take that. And I have some of these. If you'll remember several episodes ago on the videos, I was trying a round deck and I was terrible. Like, just awful with it. I couldn't figure anything out. And I haven't practiced a lot with it since then. But what I did is I got so frustrated that I just fused all these guys together. So now I have some really nice chain links. Look at that, 200. That is ridiculous. It ended up not mattering, but we're definitely going to have to bring you over here. But 200, nobody's competing with that. I don't even know what my next play is, so we'll just do this. Yeah, so what I was saying is I fused all these guys together. So now I have a 42 round. This could be a game where everybody's just no. Look at that. He has a chain link, a chain level, and he's gonna just swing and miss. I have a max revive with this, so I can't use it because he just used. I needed to move a Sylveon because I can't use a plate if he's using Wigglytuff. So that's no good. That is no good at all. And he's going to do nothing but move Wigglytuffs. And now I can't get my guy. I think one of these guys is chain leveled. Maybe not. 40 times, 50 times. I don't even know. 200. I'll tell you what, I love Pokemon that can spin 200s. Now we're going to put him to sleep. That's beautiful. And I don't want an easy surround. I can't use plates because I just use Wigglytuff. I'm just laughing. This is pretty comical, these decks right now. So you can't use a hurdle jump. All you can do is attack or retreat. He doesn't have anybody near the bench, so there's not a reason to beeline towards his entry points. But if I do get the opportunity, I definitely want to take his entry points. Knockout here would be great. Fairy Mist. That is not cool because I think all of his fairy Pokemon have plus 10 damage now because of that. And I'm just going to take that opportunity to eliminate Let's see if he moves his Wigglytuff on the back note. Now they're doing 20 damage because it keeps stacking. So this is going to get ugly in a hurry if Wigglytuff can't figure out how to either put that guy to sleep or flat out knock him out before he's doing like 90 damage on top of his 90. So as you can tell, it's plus 20. We still need the 200 or the sleep. Nice. So now he's asleep. And we're going to step over here. And we're going to end our turn there. The key when someone's using a round deck is to get their Pokemon into the PC as quickly as possible. As you can see, he really didn't have a whole lot of choice, but by letting me get all of my Pokemon out on the field, my round is now dealing 200 plus damage. So I don't care what you're running, even with a plate, you could run, who's the biggest one is Metagross at 150, I believe. Even with a plate, he's only hitting 180. So you just can't compete with 200s. Keep that in mind. And we're going to close off his entry now. Because if I can suffocate his entry points so he can't recycle rounds, oh my god, this is getting ugly. I don't have a hurdle jump, so we're gonna go set up. That was a terrible move. What was I thinking? Now I have to attack. That was not thinking. Terrible move on my part. Yep, I deserve that. Oh man, that might be one of the worst moves I've done on one of my videos. That was bad, I'm not gonna lie. Now what do we do? Now we take you, move you a step back. I can't take this Wigglytuff in. I wish you'd just knock this guy out instead of letting him. Those were some very bad turn of events, quite honestly, and I'm not even going to pretend to lie. Whoa. This just went from bad to worse, guys. Plus 30 damage now. Like, this is getting out of control and out of hand really quickly. It's 100. Oy. Unless he starts rolling misses, this is not going to be good. I've got to get him out off the field. Thank God I got a dodge there, but... what are we going to do? About to lose both of our entry points. Man, I've got to get this Xerneas off the field. Or I need him to start rolling misses. That's not who needed to roll the miss there. Not gonna attack. He's gonna bring Xerneas down here. No. Alright. I don't know why he'd let me. Thank goodness. And that was much, much needed. So now he loses all those plus 30s. It's still an uphill climb. Saw that coming. I'm gonna block that off so at least I can get Pokemon back on the field. And he can't use a plate to hurl jump me if he even has a hurl jump, and he does. So because I use my Wigglytuff, he can't prevent me from coming back. Has this guy rolled a miss all game? Because I'm thinking back in my head and I just don't recall knocking one of his Pokemon out because they roll a miss. I hope this video goes to show that I don't get all of the favorable rolls, because it's just not true. I'm going to try to bait him to moving Sylveon over to here, so then I can do long throw there. And I hope that he doesn't bring this Jigglypuff up. Okay. So now, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to move Jigglypuff because that means that he won't be able to use a card, a plate on his next move. So I'm not worried about the hurdle jump. And I've kind of swung the odds maybe a little bit back into my favor here. Definitely relieve some pressure on my goal. I'd like to get like 4 or 5 Fairy Mists. Perfect. Thank you. We'll definitely take that. Now, all right, so now what do we do here? I think we bring you back so you're not left out to dry. And then I'm going to start trying to march forward with him. He knows what I'm going to do. So I can't move up without getting surrounded. Man. At least I'm going to be able to get him back. And he's going to need to move his Jigglypuff out of the way or he's going to get surrounded. I will say my initial thoughts are that this deck feels kind of limited. I think that was a misplay on his part. Not because it didn't work out, but because he left himself open to get surrounded there. It feels kind of limited. I know I can do 200 damage. That only happens at the beginning of the game. I'm not going to do that unless Xerneas gets a bunch more of his Fairy Mists. That's actually a good matchup. I should have taken that one because I have 2 chain levels. Again. Oh, I can't get over there to save him. Sorry, dude. I mean, I'll definitely try, but... Oh, the sadness. Now, what do we do? What do we do? We're going to move you there because that leaves both my cult entries open and I can still Bring a Pokemon off the bench. I can't get in a rhythm where I'm getting any good rolls to build some momentum to making really a push towards his goal. I feel like I'm consistently running an uphill battle of starting over, getting halfway down the field and then coming back and starting over. I don't feel like I'm controlling the board at all. So can't move him over. I just leave myself open for another round. Sometimes I get so focused on what I'm trying to do, and right now I'm trying to get to the goal, that I leave myself open to making mistakes and being surrounded when I really shouldn't. And that was pretty easy. I could have backed away. I didn't gain a whole lot by moving up. Hoping for sleep or a round. I will tell you that if my guys are going to keep missing like this, then no matter what I do or how I play, it's not going to end well. I actually don't want to sing right now, put him to sleep, because I still have to fight him, and it's not like Frozen where he has no wheel. Wouldn't mind putting him to sleep. Oh, hey, he finally rolled a miss. Oh, no. Just not getting... The most favorable spin I had was a miss by him. Oh, who has the better chance? And he rolls the thing. So even when I get a good spin, it's not really a good spin. So that's a bummer. Let's see, what do we do here? He has hurdle jump, which means I have nothing to do but this. I hope I don't hit dodge. 60's not even going to come close to cutting it at this point. Why is his round on... Why was his round so weak? So there you go. I'm not a huge fan of the fairy deck. I will keep trying with it for videos, but it's not my favorite. I don't feel accustomed to using it. That's gonna wrap up this first day of the Dragon Gym Cup. I hope you enjoyed it. We went 1-1 on the show. Let me know how far are you trying to get. Are you excited about Dragonite? And how many wins do you have? Until next time, I'll catch you later.